Hi, and welcome to another video of the Target Individual Experience, the Target Individual Program. The previous video I tried to show how they use Pam to get me in a situation where if they have a theater that they have set up that to make sure that I'll be there as they do the street theater psyops on me, against me. And the example with, Pam wanted to go to the store to buy a wig, pretty late, it was a grandmother's birthday weekend, and at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, she wants to go buy a wig. Now, the kids have school in the morning, and, I told her that if I was going to stay over the weekend, I'm not staying over Sunday night, so she's by herself Sunday night with the kids. But, again, they had to set up situations to where they can get me, and she was adamant about me going into the store with her, which I didn't want to go, but she was very adamant about it, and trying to use excuses and stuff like that. So anyway, I ended up going, and the video that I shown previously show exactly what went on there. So anyway, so this happens. This video here is from Tuesday. So I've noticed for the past few weeks that they've been using this particular teacher to target me, particularly when it comes to synchronization. Whenever I go to pick up Ethan, as I'm passing by the main entrance to get into PS6, this teacher would be coming out at the exact same time, and she would just stare at me, do hand signals and all of that stuff. So then on this particular day, right, I went to pick up Ethan, and I didn't see her. When I got into the schoolyard, which is on Snyder, to where they let the kids out on that side, and you go around the corner from Bedford, is the schoolyard, and that's where they let the kids out. So I noticed that when I got there, within a minute, she comes to the door, okay, and then she comes out, and she was talking to this kid, right? A Hispanic kid. Now lately they've been using a lot of Hispanic people, particularly Hispanic women and Hispanic girls, to target me, right? And I have a couple of videos showing that, and I have to get to it. But the kids are out from school for a week, all of next week, so I might not be able to do a video in this format. If I do a video, it will be something that I just captured on the phone camera and just post it. But in terms of this format, sitting in front of my computer with the webcam and everything, it will be probably a week and a half before I can get back to doing the video in this format. So anyway, so this teacher now, she comes out, like I said, I was waiting to pick up Ethan. She started talking to this young Hispanic kid, student, and, they both started targeting me. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So then after, me targeting them back, she leaves, and then about 2 or 3 minutes later, Ethan comes out. So we're walking to go pick up my daughter from her school now, and as I crossed the street and I turned, I saw the same teacher. So that's when I took up my phone and I started recording.
They've been using this teacher lately to target me, so I want to get her on video. Now she's
and like I said, I'm gonna make these people YouTube stars. These are all perpetrators. This woman, she's a teacher, works at PS6, and these are the type of people that we have educating our children. And that's why a lot of our children, a lot of our kids, along with participating from their parents, are involved in this stuff, basically brainwashing their children to do stuff like this. And then the teachers in the school who are, and I'm, probably religious, probably Christian or what have you, they participate in these type of things. Religious people are the ones who mostly participate in these types of coercive persuasion program. Okay, you look at most religious organization, they do engage in some form of coercive persuasion or mind control or brainwashing, because that's what religion is, and that's what it does. It brainwash people. Okay, so this person she's talking to, she's going to look back and she sees me with my phone out, and then she's going to turn around real quick to hide her face.
Yep, make them YouTube videos look good at turning their face.
Okay, let me go back because she did look back.
Look at that.
There she goes. That's where she looked, and then she turns.
Yep.
Okay.
Them YouTube videos, look at it turning their face.
Now the way she's standing, she knows she. So look at her. So now, you know, we're in. Whereas, you know, I walk by the school and she's coming out and she's staring at me, doing all these hand signals. You know, let's go back. I want you to get a good look at her face. Okay.
Yep. Make them YouTube
Perpetrator.
videos, look at it turning their face.
And it's sad. It's sad that black people, you know, men and women would engage in this stuff. You know, it's sad. There she go. Okay. All right. So
That's what she looks like. She teaches at my son's school.
picked up Alyssa, and I'm walking back on Church Avenue going to Bedford. All of a sudden, I start hearing police sirens. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Time for me to take the phone out again, start recording. Got to the intersection, pull out my phone, start recording, and it was this. You'll see a black police SUV. Now, he's on the wrong side of the street. Yeah, there's no traffic coming towards him, but still. He's driving on the wrong side of the street just to get in front so that I can see. This is part of the harassment. When he sees that I have my camera in my hand recording, he calls over one of the school safety officers to ask them whatever. Now, remember, right? The high school, which is right here, let out. This is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So the high school was out about half an hour ago. Okay? So, he sees me recording. You know, he tries to play it off. Then, on top of that, there was a guy that was walking, before the police vehicle approached the intersection, and he stops and he stands up in front of the store that I take the kids to. And all of a sudden, you know, he pulls out a cigarette, he starts smoking, takes his phone out, look at his phone, what have you. And like the dude has been standing there, and I'm like, so you just walk across the street to stand up in front of the store to take your phone out and smoke a cigarette. Now, normally this wouldn't be an issue, you know, because usually, you know, the type of people that do, I'm not to sound, you know, stereotypical, but, you know, I see a lot of black people do this. But this person, he's not black at all. Okay, he's like, I believe he's white. Okay, so.
It's okay. Trying to play it off.
Yep. Now here he is. So he walks across the street just to stand up in front of the store, right? The grocery store, so he can smoke a cigarette and look at his phone.
Yeah, we are gonna make them YouTube stars.
Okay. Now, let's go to the next video, which was yesterday, Thursday, and we're taking the kids to school, and then I'm gonna drive Pam to work. Okay, so let's speed this up. There was very slight targeting, nothing to where I guess I would record this. So let's see. So I drop Pam and Ethan off so she can walk Ethan to school, and then I'm going to take Alyssa to her school. Okay, now watch this.
What you make?
A stone.
You make a stone?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I want to see why you there.
Yeah.
Okay, now look at this vehicle right here. Let's go back. So, see this vehicle right here? Pay attention. Now this is part of the things that they like to do and how they get your attention. So, for example, like if I'm walking to Eaton School, as soon as the school safety officer sees me, and as I almost uh, walking past them, they will turn and walk in front of me. Okay, and same thing with police vehicles. If I'm walking down, as I'm getting close to them, they will slowly start driving off. Okay, so I parked. Then he gets out. Okay, opens his trunk. And he's looking at me. Okay, now he's cleaning his car window. Now, mind you, his car's not wet. It wasn't raining. You can see on the ground it's dry. So what's the purpose of that? Okay? But again, silent subliminal messages. And I left the phone recording because I wanted to come back and review the footage to see what else was happening. So that's me walking with my daughter. Okay. Got back in the car and heading to take Pam to work. Okay. Now I'm going to speed this up, and I want to get to this point. Now you're going to see an ambulance and a police vehicle driving in the opposite direction. That's the police vehicle. That's the ambulance. Okay, let's speed this up a little. Now, like I said, just a few moments later, same police vehicle. At least I think so. But anyway, another police vehicle. There it goes again, wrong side of the street, and then you're gonna see the ambulance. At least I hope I didn't skip past the ambulance. All right, now there go the ambulance. I believe it's the same vehicle and the same police vehicle and the same ambulance. Okay, so I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. You know, they just passed me going in the opposite direction. Now they turn around and now they're going back in the same direction but on the opposite side of the street. Okay. All right. So let me tell you how street theater work. Okay. When the police are involved in such tactics and such activity, along with civilians. Okay. So there's the ambulance. All right. And you see what I'm talking about. As I get closer, the police is going to drive off. The ambulance is going to drive off as soon as I approach. Okay. Now they're talking to this person in this van again, but this is all street theater. So if there was an emergency, the ambulance would have taken this person, you know, or what have you. Obviously it's not. See, they need a legitimate reason to be there because they know they're targeting me. And some of you may say, well, oh, that's BS. You know, why would they spend their energy to target you? Believe me, when you're a TI and what you know, because of what they've done to you, they will try to shut you up and they will do things like this, okay, to intimidate and harass and to silence TIs. We're talking about non-consensual human experimentation by the government. We're talking about illegal microchipping for the purpose of remote neural monitoring. All illegal experimentations that's being done on TIs. So yes, they will waste resources and energy to do this. Particularly run a coercive persuasion psychological program, and it's covertly being run to silence and to discredit the victims of these non-consensual programs. So you see as I approach it, police vehicle, and it drives off slowly. Like I said, that's what they do. The other ones are going to get back in their vehicle. Now this dude is standing out of his vehicle. So again, this is, you know, again, covert psychological harassment. So see the dude, he puts his foot up on the car tire. Now they're getting in their vehicle. Okay. And because I am recording, you know, they have to try to play it off, and I'm gonna show you exactly how they play it off. So let's go. I just dropped Ham's off, and heading back to the house, and I'm gonna skip past all of this. Okay. All right. Let's go back here. So you will see the vehicle again, same police vehicle that's going to be there along with the van that's going to be there. You know, I'm going to show everything. Okay, I'm not going to end the video and say this and that and that. But again, they need to do this, right, to try to discredit my video. So they're going to be there because they know I'm recording, so they're going to be there because, again, to try to make it seem like it's an emergency, what have you. But remember, the ambulance passed, the ambulance came, they left. Guy's still there. He was standing in front of his vehicle, and he got back in his vehicle. So there was no emergency. So what was all of that? The ambulance driving one way, come back the other way. As soon as I get closer, then they leave. The other vehicle, police vehicle, leaves. This one, you know, you saw them, you know, I guess got into the video, and I guess they pull up closer to the van. But there is no emergency here. There's no emergency here. This is all street theater. This is all street theater. Okay. And you hear the sirens again outside. I'm hoping the microphone can pick it up, but you hear the sirens outside. This time it's fire trucks. And like I said, every time I do a video, they start with the noise campaign. And when I'm sleeping at night, they do the noise campaign. And when I'm trying to sleep at night, they do the noise campaign along as being microwave. Me, Pam, and the children. Okay, and that's why we have such difficulty time going to sleep. Okay. Also, lately there have been uh, when I start to see certain cars, particularly certain colors, repeatedly, more so than ever. So recently they've been using a lot of gray vehicles, gray cars, vans, SUVs, trucks, as part of my targeting, trying to condition me and sensitize me to those type of colors on the vehicle, to that color on the vehicle. Okay, and so now, as I got back on the block, waiting for parking, and so here they go, street theater again. You're gonna see the gentleman come from across the street, another gentleman. Well, you know what? I'm too nice. They're not gentlemen, but a perp. You'll see it. I went back too far. Okay, all right. Okay, here we go. Now what's the synchronization? Both comes out at the same time. See? Synchronization. Comes across the street. Looking at him. Now that he's gone, now he's gonna leave and he's gonna go back across the street. Tell you. If I tell you this, you would not believe me. I have to show this to you. So what was the reason of him coming across the street, standing there as the other perp walking? Because they feed off each other. There's some type of subliminal message going on here. Okay? And they feeding off of each other. That's why when the other perp walked by, that perp that came across the street closer to me walked back across the street. Right? Now, if that doesn't strike you as odd, then you people are seriously conditioned to ignore a lot of shit that's taking place around you. Okay. So, let's go to the next video. After picking the kids up from school, is that it? Okay, no. Okay, this is still me waiting for parking when another perp shows up. Okay, this is in the same day now. So, perp driving this as he parked, gonna get out, and again with the cell phone targeting. Stands up there. What is he? Oh, he's. I think he touched his ears. I think he did something like this, and then he has his takes his phone out. Then starts walking off. Okay, so now in the afternoon, after I pick up the kids, we went grocery shopping. Okay, and I didn't record anything because I wanted to save my storage space to when I think I can get something good in terms of on the video with the targeting. And so we came back from grocery shopping and we're on the highway or the parkway, freeway, whatever you want to call it. and exit off our usual exit. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna go to drop off my groceries to my house, and then we're gonna go back to Pam's house, drop off her groceries, cause the kids, um, well, Ethan doesn't have school, which is today, Friday, and Alyssa didn't have school yesterday and today, which was Thursday and Friday. So all of a sudden, I'm start thinking, okay, well, you know what? I need to take a different route to get home. Where did that come from? Now, I normally just take one route, and I usually stick to that route. So whenever I'm thinking now of taking a different route, I'm like, okay, something is going on here. Microwave, mind control. I'm being given directions on where to go, which route to take. So let's let me get to some relevant part. All right. Okay. Let's turn here. We're turning. Okay. Spanish woman again. Usually am I talking a lot lately? All right, now you see what happened there? Let me explain that to you. Watch these two guys as they cross path. This guy, he looks in his bag. This guy pinches his nose. Did he really look in his bag? Did he look at his watch? Let's see. Okay, no, he looks at his watch, and this guy gonna pinch his nose. Okay, remember this is all subliminal message going on here. Okay, let's go. So now, usually I go straight, but I turned up here, take a whole new route to get to my house. Okay, and again, of course, all the police vehicles are parked alongside the sidewalk. Okay, so here I am going new route now. I remember earlier during the day, the police and the ambulances, and the ambulance. You're gonna see that repeated here. Okay. Now, there you go. The ambulance parked up, and guess who I'm gonna pull up behind, right? Police SUV. Okay. So he's gonna pull over, and so I'm going on my way to my house. Okay. All right. So actually, we went to we got a red theme. We went to Kentucky Fried Chicken to get some food first before we went to my house. Now this guy, look at this guy. He's good. He's gonna act like he's going through the drive-through. All right. Okay. He's gonna back up, try to cut me off. Okay. Let's do it. Let's go again. Let's go again. Let's go back even more. So here's the theme here. Okay. Now this vehicle has been parked up, right? Because they know where I'm going. Remote no monitoring. Comes out, red jacket, red theme. Guy comes in black SUV, stops right in front of me, cut me off. Only to back up. Okay. So you can go. All right. So now, next video. So after we went to my house, dropped off the groceries, went back to Pam house, got parking, and there was no police around, none whatsoever. Went upstairs, you know, to eat the Kentucky Fried Chicken that we bought, you know, so the kids can eat. 'Cause we were all hungry, right? So then after about half an hour later, I went back downstairs to go and get the groceries out of the car. Stepped outside the building, saw police activity again. Now watch this. Okay? And I tell you, you're tracking my movements. Watch what happens. As you see, cars are coming up. All right? And there go the sirens. See, they don't like me when I do these videos because I'm exposing their shit, and they don't like it. That's why they try to threaten my kids all the time. Now, as soon as I approach the car, watch. 1, 2, 3. Another one pop up. Another one pop up. 4. Gonna be walking up the street. Right? The minute I got to the vehicle, and they're gonna go to this van right here. There's a white van that's there. Now, obviously they've been there. Okay, before I even came downstairs. Okay? Why didn't they go to the van and approach the van before? Why wait till I crossed the street and got to the car? Then all of a sudden, they decide, okay, now we're going to walk across the street, and we're going to walk in the street so I can see them, right? So I can see them. So now they go and approach the van. Again, this is what I'm talking about. This is PSYOPs. This is harassment. This is intimidation by the NYPD, by members of the NYPD. I wouldn't say all of them, but by members, certain members of the NYPD who are in religious organizations. They are in religious cult, okay, who have their masters at the upper level of the NYPD, the FBI, the CIA, who was giving them directions and instructions on how to target me. This is, you know, part of all. This is also COINTELPRO. Okay, it's just a lot of tactics that they use. We're using COINTELPRO. This is the subjugation, oppression of target individuals to discredit, to silence us, because we have been experimented on and continue to be experimented on by the U.S. government, by members of the CIA, the FBI. I shouldn't say members, but by the CIA, the FBI, and using the local and state police department to run their PSYOPs, to run their violation of our rights, of our privacy, to break into our homes, to steal our property, to damage our property, to spread propaganda, to weaponize information about us and go and spread it to the community to get them involved in the oppression and suppression of TIs. Okay? So this all happened in one day. All in one day. Okay? And they've been trying to shut me up, trying to threaten my kids as I'm walking down the street with my children, staring at them, giving them mean looks, you know, and then doing this to me. And I'm showing you plenty of videos where people walk in front of me, walking towards me from sitting in the car, walking in front of the car, doing this. Okay, trying to shut me up. But that's not going to happen. And I guess they figure because I hadn't done a video in about a week and a half that they've succeeded, because they try to use Pam to send me subliminal messages about them silencing me. You can never silence me. Never. You can threaten my kids. You can threaten me. You will never silence me. Okay? My purpose here is to expose everything that you're doing. Every tactic that you're doing. All the people that you're using, whether it be the teachers at my children's school. Okay? I'm going to put them on video. I'm going to put their ass on YouTube so people can see exactly who they are. Okay? And I know you don't like it. You know, I know you think you're going to get away with it. And that may be the case. It may not be the case. I'm doing my part to expose you. Okay? Mark my word. that's it, ladies and gentlemen. And again, you will probably not see another video from me, like I said, in this format for about maybe a week and a half, until the kids' vacation is over and I get acclimated again to going to bed at a decent time, getting enough rest, so I can sit down and do this video the way that I want to do them. All right, thank you.